Hey folks, how you doing? Originally when I put this channel together, one of my main objectives really was to create perspective and to be able to connect the dots. There is so much information available out there that what I find to be the most inconsistent aspect of that for those who are learning this information is to be objective in regards to being able to connect the dots. I find more criticism and more kind of pounding on the table type of things like prove what you're saying instead of seeing really what's there. We're dealing with perspectives from a historic, in a lot of most cases, from a galactic historic viewpoint from different ET races. So when you have that going on, you need to break it down to its simplest common denominator in regards to be able to process the idea of how these different viewpoints come about. Think of a block, like a commercial block where you have a separation of 4 different corners. And you have a main street running down between that block, or should I say 2 blocks. And you have an occurrence, such as an example of maybe a wreck, unfortunately. But as the example, you have a car wreck, and you have individuals observing this from different perspectives within that block radius. Now, each one of those individuals are going to have a similar but yet different perspective of what took place based on their ability to observe and the facts at hand. It is not any different than what we have within galactic history. We have views and viewpoints. And what we need to do is to be able to, instead of pounding on the table and say, demanding, that we have the truth. And that's very subjective because it has to do with a lot of viewpoints. But if you're able to bring several viewpoints into one picture, if you will, then you would be able to see a balance of what is being communicated and see a correlation of information that is being provided that you're able to then discern the overall sense of how it relates to you and your perspective. Now, when I posted the need for making a declaration in regards to renouncing your soul contracts, now this is it's an important thing to do because we hold the keys in regards to this particular situation that we're in. We can choose to ascend, or we can choose to stay in this conflict that we're in. There are beings that are trying to help us in the process, but we hold the keys. We hold within our will, be it that it's a free will universe, the ability to either stay and indulge within the physicality and believe that we're the body that we reside in and all the things that go along with it within its indulgences, or we can transcend and move forward and embrace our true essence and let go of the physicality, let go of all the addictions that exist here. You don't have to overcome it as much as you need to let go of it. And if it's let go on a collective level, then the connection that we have with this conflict it'll disappear. We'll move forward. And all those other beings that are the dark, that have been trying to manipulate this stuff forever, to keep it the way it is, The polarities will shift just like a sine wave, you know, and then you have the line and you have the sine wave. The polarity will shift and it'll immediately turn from dark to light, from conflict and war to light, love, and peace. Sounds too good? That's the universe. That's the way it is. What may sound too good for you, or sounds like too good of a, or too easy, it's not. Because we're dealing with our wills collectively here. We are keeping it this way. We're doing this. We are influenced, we've been manipulated genetically and otherwise, but we still have a choice. We can wake up, step away, and not accept these things, not to embrace the addictions, not to be caught up in the superficial state of being. This has gone on way longer than it should ever had, the third density, that is. It was meant for a time, but that time is way past. And there are certain beings that are in bondage that have been trying to help us to ascend so that polarity would flip, which would help free them from other beings' control and manipulation that they had over them. So here's the thing. What are you going to do? Are you going to hold on to this? Or should I say, are we going to hold on to this? We know where it's going. We know that it's going to go into darkness. It's going to continue. We know where it's going. Do you want that? I don't want that. Oh, no, 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 no. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? Aren't you just, you're just so tired. Aren't you tired? Let's let go. Let's let go. Just let go. All the things, I'm going to get personal here. All the things that I've had, all my dreams and everything, nothing has been fulfilled within my life. Nothing. It's dangled in front of my nose like a carrot on a stick. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I would love to be able to do a lot of things here. But it's not about me. And it's not about you and your dreams either. I hate to say it that way. But it's about the whole picture. It's about all of us. We can't hold on to our selfishness of what we want within this life if we expect for us to move to a higher state of being and consciousness and vibration. The polarity needs to shift. If it doesn't, we stay in the darkness. That's the choice that we have. There is no in-betweens. So, what are you going to do? I'm going to go ahead and provide that link again for that PDF that I mentioned in the previous video. So anyhow, peace everybody. Let's make good choices here. All right.